We live in an era where it's easier than ever to share your story. But what happens when your story starts with instability, trauma, and grief? Only One Check isn't a household name, but that's exactly why this conversation matters. His path through homelessness, loss, and family breakdown wasn't cleaned up for TV. It's raw, it's current, and it's still happening. This series exists to document artists in motion, not after the accolades, but before them. So what kind of artist is Chick? What does it mean to record your first song on the back of a mic and keep going anyway? This is a story about using music not for fame, but for survival. And it starts with a name.
I don't wanna flow on these niggas, they copy, they wanna be us. I came from the trenches, I be in the cut, She sucking my dick, so you know I can't kiss. Get money over here, better get your shit. Run and check every time that I get it. Ain't talk about money, you know I can't pick up. If we got a problem, I'm picking the stick up. Stick in your crib, you know it's his kicker. I pull out the stick and I'm making them hiccup.
I need the foe, I got Glocky in my hand. Fuck around and we gon' roll, I remember junkies posted on the corner. Come up on my block, don't know you use a foreign. Got hit with a slug, if you fuck with gang, get stumped like a bug. I came from the mud, I know junkies, they be doing drugs. All these bitches switch up on me, promise they can't get no love. Didn't know, this is not a drive-thru, I serve them through the window. Knock on the door, I shoot them through the peephole. That little bitch, she shy, but she a freak. She go deep, yeah, I peep that she got deep, okay.
Before anyone hears your music, they hear your name. For Only One Check, that name started with friends joking around in a shed, but it quickly became something heavier. Names carry meaning, but more than that, they carry expectation. Check's early realization that having a standout name meant he couldn't live an average life set a tone. It might seem trivial, but this kind of identity building matters. Artists don't just name themselves, they define what they'll fight for. And for Check, that meant stepping out of the background and stepping into purpose. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for being here with us.
What's up? It's Only One Check. How y'all doing, man? What's
Cool.
up, Chaesar? What's up, Chase?
I'm good. How are
Everybody
you
be good. Good. Everybody be butchering your name. It's Chase.
I was, every
Chase.
time I record one, I always say, and I'm here with, and then I was like, I should ask. I cut this part out. I was like, do I say Only One Check, Just Check Diallo, which I've seen? I think Apple Music.
Do they put my name as Check Diallo?
It's either there, it's on your
Probably on because they ask you to put your full name or some bullshit
I think
like
it
that.
might be Apple Music where I saw that, or
Nah.
your YouTube.
You call me Check, Only One Check.
All right.
Check.
Well, I don't know if
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah, I like Cash
I've heard
too.
that a few times.
That's
Is
my
that,
like a little ad-lib or an alter ego. You feel me? Like when I'm really turned up, like when I'm on some bar for bar spitting shit, that's Cash.
Huh.
That's Cash. That's my MC name.
I like it. So, happy birthday month.
Appreciate
How old are
you.
you turning? How old did you turn?
300
What day?
on the 10th. On God,
Pretty
on
old.
the 10th. No,
300. So
Yeah, for sure.
so it's 2024 right now. So that would have been what, like 1490,
the BCs.
1424?
Probably like the BCs for sure.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
You feel me? I've been living a lot
Too
of
many
life.
dinosaurs and shit.
For sure.
Black and white TV.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Discos and all that.
So how long in that life have you been making music?
Shit, ever since I was legit, for real. I ain't gonna cut. Ever since I was really on no trolling shit, for real, since I was 16, bro. Since I was 16, I really, I've always fell in love with music since I was young, but I started making music when I was 16. Sophomore year. I remember my bro, Guapo, he passed away around 2018, real young. He my brother, he's my brother. He's my motivation behind this, for real. We was in the shed just talking, bro, what was we gonna do with this life, bro? Everybody was blowing up on what was the time? It was before TikTok.
Vine.
Maybe around Vine or the end of Vine,
Instagram
or for
was
sure
still going,
Instagram.
right?
So we were just bro, we gotta make a move. We was just in the shed smoking with a couple of our friends. He was like, bro, your name is Check, bro. You can't work at McDonald's with a name with Check, bro. You don't want that with your ambience. So it's just that was when I really took it serious, for sure.
Yeah.
That's when I really took it serious with the music.
Hell yeah. I feel that also. The name thing was the same for me. I mean, like having an unusual name, you know, that not a lot of people have. It's like, yeah, my Charles Davis, you know. So I don't. There's probably not even another one in the world, you know.
Is that your real name?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was a joke. Also, it's a tough life. I got to make my own. People, if you look up Charles Davis, there's like 6 million other people.
Really?
Yeah.
So
what made you? I'm sorry, I just cut you off.
No, I wasn't even gonna say that.
What made you actually take the leap? So having that conversation, that I'm guessing that sparked stuff. What made you, boom, record a song?
It took a while for real. Like after that little, I remember that Shed little situation, but like it took a little while, like, cause
It's one thing to say you want to make music. It's another to try while homeless at 15. Czech talks about saving up FedEx money to buy his first mic and accidentally recording on the wrong side of it for months. It's a story that almost feels funny until you realize it reflects a much deeper reality. He wasn't just figuring out audio gear, he was figuring out how to build something in the middle of survival. That tension between technical trial and emotional resilience is what shapes many underground artists. And to ask the viewer a silent question: how would you still chase your dream if your environment didn't support it?
Me at the time, I was homeless at that time. I was homeless when I was like 15. I was homeless at a young age, for sure. So I was just trying to figure shit out, like where I'm gonna record at. Like, is it even smart to go to a studio and pay so-and-so enough money? And the comfortability. I really wasn't even comfortable rapping in general, for real. Like, me and my homies used to freestyle over beats. I was the quiet one, for real. So I had to break out of that. What really pushed me was when my brother Guap passed away, for sure. That's when I went on Amazon, bought the studio, literally with all my FedEx money. Was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I set it up. I fucked up the first times. Like, I was recording on the back of the mic. Like, it said front and back. It said front and back. And I was recording on the back, like, for probably like a couple months, bro. Just really figuring out on YouTube, really, how do I record?
You're like, damn, why? This is a good mic. Why does it sound so bad?
That's what I'm saying, but I was really making songs on it, like.
This is the turning point in the story. Guapo wasn't just a friend. He was Czech's brother in survival. When Guapo died by suicide, everything shifted. What's powerful here isn't just the tragedy, it's how Czech processes it. So he talks about holding on to Guapo's name and putting it in every song, therefore keeping him alive through music. In grief psychology, this is called continuing bonds, where people find ways to maintain an emotional connection to someone who's already passed. So for Czech, that bond that he had with Guapo became the fuel. So this moment reframes Czech's story. It's not just about an artist who's coming up trying to make it in Columbus. It's about carrying someone else's unfinished story while trying to write his own.
I have the laptop too, but it's like, I can't even use it now because it's so fucking old. But yeah, I still recorded it and tried to make it work and everything.
Yeah, no, I get that. My first music video I ever edited, I just did it on the Windows pre-installed like movie editor or like video editor,
really,
like that.
I know what you're talking about. And just like the default app or whatever.
It was awful. It was so hard. And
I was just recording on GarageBand, bro.
Yeah,
so that's like the default little for music.
GarageBand was cool. I only ever got onto it like once or twice, and it made me wish that I was better at music and that I wanted to become better at music.
Really? So you tried? Cool. You tried?
No, I didn't try ever. I think just like in a class at some point, me and friends in high school were like, got on it. I was like, that's cool.
GarageBand is cool though.
Yeah.
I was using that shit, but it's like, as a musician, people know the struggles with GarageBand for real. It's like so much you could really do with the editing and so much. So I got Fruity Loops after a while.
Yeah.
Got Fruity Loops after a while and after like 2018, I just started being consistent after that and just got better and better every chance I tried. Mm-hmm. Like every day, just getting in the studio, just did not stop.
Yeah. So 2018, Guapo passed away. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's my brother. That was my brother since high school. Like, so Guap, I met him, like, it was open gym freshman year. Like, I play basketball. I love basketball. Like, I'm a hooper. Y'all can get that. Nah, but I'm a hooper for real. So, like, we was in open gyms freshman year. I never seen him in the high school at all. Like, I never seen him around. So I'm like, all right, he cool. He a weird looking dude, but he could shoot. So he was, and then after open gym, he made a couple buckets or whatever, and we went to go hoop again somewhere else, and then we smoked. So like we smoked, so he just tagged along with us. He was like one of those random dudes that just tagged along with us. So ever since freshman year, bro, we just always like connected, bro. He was really like my twin. Like me, I'm shy, I don't really talk that much. He's like the same way. He's literally my light skin twin. Ever since then, we just never.
Yeah.
You feel me?
For you listening right now, me and Czech, we first worked together, shot music video, which Dirty was the first one, right? 2020?
Dirty was the first one. 2021, man.
It was 2021?
Yeah, 2020 was when I first got my career. 2021 was when I was really getting comfortable with
Yeah,
that shit, bro.
yeah. So that was great. And then afterwards, shot interview, you know. But I remember very clearly it's either the two songs that are combined. I forget the names of them.
Damn. Need It was the second one.
Need It and
Guapo intro.
Okay, yeah. So the line, when I heard about Guapo, it hurt the most, and you hold the line most.
Yeah.
You know, when I heard about Guapo, it hurt the most.
Yeah, for sure. I felt that.
That
I felt that.
kind of stuck out to me years ago, you know, because I had no clue. We've never even talked about who Guapo was until now.
That's deep.
But I always knew from that line, first time I heard it, I was like, I want to hear about that, you know?
Nah, that's deep, because, like, ever since it happened, like, you feel me?
The conversation deepens as Czech talks about depression, family estrangement, and what it means to coach yourself through pain. He doesn't romanticize it, and there's no breakthrough moment. Just survival, self-talk, and staying grounded. He mentions how his mother's abuse and long-standing trauma shaped his worldview, but he doesn't frame it as an excuse. Instead, he reflects on maturity, learning to value moments, and realizing that death can come for anyone at any time. So this section is rich with his insight. From a psychological lens, we see resilience not as bouncing back, but as adapting forward. Czech adapts through music, memory, and perspective. It's not about healing all at once. It's about holding on long enough to grow into someone who can heal.
I just been in a cocoon, so it's like only my friends do know that, and like for you to not even know him and like to know that hit you for real, that's like the reasons why I put him in my music, you know, so I could tell his story too through me. You know what I mean? So it did hurt the most, you feel me? So yeah, that bar even to this day, like when I listen to music that I mention him, it hit. It hit for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So if like third party, somebody else feeling that, I mean a lot for it.
Yeah, we've shot, I guess technically 4 music videos.
Yeah.
There might even, the one, when we shot like 4 different with the whole group here, we might have shot, I forget if you were in 1 or 2.
I was just on 1. I was in 1.
Okay, so then that was the 4th
I was probably
one.
like a cameo in a couple of them, but...
Well, oh, yeah.
He was
yeah.
pushing the cart, so yeah, I was pushing the cart probably.
Yeah, but I mean, ever since, even with having shot all 4 of those, we shot them relatively close time together.
Yeah, we did.
That was the one line. Anytime I think back to the music videos or anything, that is the line that sticks out to me, yeah. So I don't know.
Crazy. That means a lot. That means a lot.
Could you tell, like, the story of what happened? Would you want to talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. Like, me and him, like I said, he was like my twin. Like, so what I was going through too, he was going through. Like, I got kicked out when I was 15. Like, my mom, I'm African, so she got like strict rules with stuff. So whatever, I got kicked out, living house to house, and then eventually I was living in group homes. He had the same situation too. Like, his mom wasn't fuck with him, kicked him out at a young age. He was in group homes too with me. We was just going to high school. You feel me? Going to school. We was going to school. Probably skip school or go smoke or something like that. Probably, we did everything together, bro. We literally did everything together. He was in group homes, I was in group homes, playing basketball.
Yeah.
Shit, around like junior year, we was trying to shoot out for the, go for the team. Junior year was the last time, and that's when we really was like, hey, bro, we gonna have to, hooping is not for us. Hooping is not for us, so we gonna have to make some shit. We gonna have to be rappers or something.
Yeah.
Generic, you feel me? It's either hoop or basketball, but that was just the route we was going through. So like, I don't know, like, he's the type where when he's going through shit, you can't really tell. Yeah. He really masks it. Like, I do too, but But like what happened like around 2018, he committed suicide. Yeah, he committed suicide. Like we talking deep, so I don't really mind it. You feel me? It's therapy, but for sure, like it's so odd for him to do it. You know what I mean? Even to this day, I question like, cause we were so close enough. He could have came to me. At the time, he was living in a Y. I think he was living like in a shelter home or something. He was depressed. We was all depressed. I was still living couch to couch with one of my homies. This was when we was like 18 and we got kicked out the group home.
Yeah.
So we got kicked out the group home around that time. So I was living in couch to couch, living, working jobs, bullshit jobs, you know, taking my bike everywhere. We wasn't even mobile at the time. We really had to just take buses, so. I don't know, even to this day, I don't even know the reason why, but that happened, and it's like, us fighting that same battle at the same time, it makes me fight, you know what I mean? It makes me not want to quit. Just always fight, you feel me? I use his, because knowing him and his story and everything, I just use that as motivation to just keep on fighting, just keep on fighting. It's bad now, but it'll get better, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what happened with him, and then I hold him dearly to me. Tell his story through me, you know what I mean? So every song I hear and you hear Guapo, that's the reason. Like I don't think there's a song I don't start off with saying Guapo. So that's who that is, for sure.
How did it change you as a person?
A lot. I was still young at the time. I'm still young at the time. I still got kicked out. Like me and my parents, like, I love my dad. Me and my dad's cool. It's an age gap. He's old. He's like damn near like 60, pushing 60. He dealt with a stroke, but he cool now. That's my twin. But my mom, we really got a hard disconnect. But I'm still young at the time, you feel me? So I'm just finding my own way. I'm an only child. All I got is my homies and just me. So it's just like I never really dealt with a death either at the time. So just to see somebody I seen every single day, grew up with literally, he got the same, like we in the same exact boat, just rowing, just me and him. You know what I mean? And just to see he's not here with me was a big hit. It just was. And I know there's people out there that's going with it too, even if it's not a best friend, a real brother, or, you know what I mean? So I keep that mindset with myself. Even when I say keep on fighting, I'm not the only one that's dealing with it. So I'm not the only one that got the same story, or, you know what I mean? So probably people could relate to me too, so. But it changed me as maturing too. Like, hey, like when you're young, you kind of think people live forever or something, or death don't really hit you until it hits you. Like, for example, like when Kobe Bryant died, I seen a podcast with Joe Budden. It's like you don't really realize these people are human. Don't matter if they're as big as they are, or there's so many people in this world that we don't know that pass away every day, but it's just like you see somebody like Kobe, like, oh, you think he's immortal, or you'll never see him go. You know what I mean? And just realizing that just made me grow into like the man I am, for real. Like most things that we even care about through the day-to-day basis is fickle. Like life is way important, the moment is way important than that. You know what I mean? I used to be a person that don't take pictures a lot, and that's kind of like my downfall, and I need to change that, but that just captures a moment, you know what I mean? And that's what it made, the death made me learn little things like that. Just appreciate just the little things of life, literally.
I used to, the pictures thing you say, that I think anybody can relate to that. You know, not everyone can relate. I can't relate to your circumstance, but I can relate to the emotions that you're talking about and the picture thing. Motivation can look like hype, but here it looks like work. Czech talks about dropping 4 albums in a year, working a 9 to 5, and finding his rhythm even when life gets in the way. So what's impressive isn't just his output, it's his clarity, because he knows the road isn't perfect. He knows that there's not a clear timeline, and still he keeps going. In creative circles, we often hear that passion drives everything, but Czech introduces something more sustainable: discipline. It's the artist's version of athletic grit, and in a culture obsessed with speed, this kind of long-term consistency is revolutionary.
Yeah, I used to always, anytime somebody pulled their phone out, take a picture,
Yeah, I used to be that. I'm the
but
same
now
person.
I love being that person, and I love that it's like that. It's cheesy that I like want to ask people to take a picture, you know?
It's a good thing.
Cause it's like I know that I don't care about the picture right now. It's whatever.
Right.
I'll forget about it.
Right.
Until like someday.
Right.
I'm looking back on it, and
Right.
it's like my only visual representation of somebody who I love and care
Right.
about, you know?
Right. That's deep. That's why. Right. You feel me? Cause that's why I need to start taking pictures. Cause there's hella moments that I wish.
Yeah.
Like I'm speaking my stories through him off of just words. You know. There's hella moments that I wish I captured pictures or videos for sure.
Yeah. That's actually a big reason why I've continued doing these interviews and why I've kind of shifted my time towards editing these, is so that the only one checks of the world who make music, because I love music, so that's why, you know.
And capture the moments.
Everybody who's making music right now who I get to interview and sit down with and talk with like this right now can be logged into history, you
Right.
know? So it's like, how many people throughout history have been able to have a written or spoken account of their life and their circumstance to
Right.
where their grandchildren
Right.
can look at it.
Generations on God. Or anybody in the world that just resonates, you know? There's so many people in this world that we could just reach to,
Yeah.
for sure.
Guapo passing away. Do you feel like, you said that you've also struggled with depression and maybe still do. Do you feel like it kind of, well, before I ask that, have you ever since then or before then contemplated suicide? If you want to talk about that. Yeah.
Afterwards, yeah. I mean, it's a thought. Not even gonna say yeah, like I really thought of it, but it's like a thought in the back of my mind. Like before it, no, I never thought of doing it to myself. You know, sometimes, you know, like depression do hit, but like afterwards, you know, life do be hitting. It's just I could really honestly say it's a 50-50, because I honestly use it as the motivation to keep on going, to not follow in suit of what he did, you know what I mean? But it'd be a thought. I'll just be honest for sure. It'd be a thought, but I always fight through it though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Sorry, I know
Try
that
to.
sounds like a crazy question for me to ask.
No, that's a good question though.
But I feel like, for me, I feel like it's important to be able to ask those questions to anybody, you know? Because I feel like it helps kind of like so people can talk about it, you know?
And make them feel like they're not alone,
Exactly,
honestly, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, for sure, because there's somebody out there that I'm not the only one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if
Life
Guapo
do be
knew
life.
that with what happened, if you could turn it, that you would turn it into
A positive.
a positive.
Or just, you know what I mean? Because time,
Yeah.
because things happen in these fast moments, you know what I mean? Like you could probably feel a way today and then it's all changed tomorrow, you know what I mean? So that's the thing too.
Yeah. Did that hurt or help you in your relationship with your parents?
What specifically?
Guapo passing, like in the change it made on you.
I wanted it to help me and my mom, but it haven't. It probably, me and my dad never really fell out in anything. We always been strong. He always just been helpful with me, so it never really affected nothing really, honestly. Sad to say with my mom, but me and my dad always been solid, so I always had him. Always had him. Unfortunately, it didn't help my mom. Like, my mom is like, that's like a way deeper story. Like, honestly, like just growing up, just she just been an abusive mom. You know what I mean? Like her way or the highway. And I know everybody got moms that's strict or whatever. And that's like, it gets deep. Like my mom verbally abused me. You know what I mean? Pulled out knives on me. A lot of things. So like that forced me to leave in the first place. And like even since to this day, I was like 14, 15. I'm 300 years old, you feel me? And it's like she's still on that. She's still on that. She's still on that to this day. Like she's not even in Ohio or whatever. So it's like I'll be reaching out to her and she's still holding on to whatever trauma happened back then, and I'm fully a whole different person. So it's like to the point where instead of like reaching out and getting slapped in the face, I'm just focused on my life. This sad to say, but it is what it is, honestly though.
Yeah.
I've been coping with that.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're talking about deep things right now?
I like it though.
How often do you think about these things, or like talk to yourself about these things, try and think
Constantly, bro. Constantly in a healthy way though. Honestly, it's constantly in a healthy way. Like, I'm an only child, so I tend to talk to myself just to, not on no crazy shit, but just like, ever since, I just remember when I first got kicked out, I had to be honest with myself. Like, all right, you on your own, listen. You know what I mean? You don't know everything. You don't know everything. You out here by yourself, be humble, work hard. You know what I mean? Like, if it's hard right now, it like, you feel me, you could do it. You feel me? Like, what was the initial question? I'm getting lost. But what was the initial question?
Having a conversation. I think it turned. I don't even remember the initial question. I was just listening to the story. Man,
nah, but like,
I really appreciate you being open like this.
Nah, but yeah, for sure. Like, I have to coach myself for sure and just be humble and be real with myself. Honestly, like, just take myself out of my body, all ego and all that shit, and just tell myself the real. Honestly, like, you feel me? You probably may know everything. You may know what you know, but you don't know everything. There's still room for improvement. Still a sponge. Still a sponge. You feel me? I think that helped me when I was by myself, like, kind of kicked out, to realize that. Realize.
Yeah. That circumstance, the picture of yourself that you painted for me, that's a lot of pain, But
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's weird. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's just like, I really overcome that. For I really lived that. So it's like, I really had to deal with that shit. So you even saying that, it's like, yeah, facts. I don't know.
That happened to you, all of that, but look at where you are now.
Right.
How does somebody go through all that and then release 4 albums at 25, 26 years old?
That's motivation, bro. That's just motivation and just hunger, bro. That's just motivation and hunger, just persistency and consistency, bro. Like, I take gems from people and just watch interviews from people and just see what it takes for them to do. And I really love music. Like, I really do what I gotta do, come from work. I'm a human being, so you feel me? I still work a 9 to 5, to be honest. I don't do nothing crazy. I work a 9 to 5, come back home, and you feel me? I just work. I work every day. I appreciate you, like, peeping that, for real. Because I did drop, like, I dropped 4 albums this year. I wasn't too consistent last year, so I really made an effort to do it this year, for sure. And it's still more to go. Like I told you earlier, I just really, visuals. I think I said that in the first interview, too, a lot. And that's really what I'm working on, for real. Because I feel like if I put my face out there more exposure and everything like that, it'll all come. I think that's the last missing step for me.
Yeah.
But it's all motivation, bro. It's all motivation and consistency, though, and persistency, honestly, with me. I love this. It's honestly a passion.
Where is this all taking you?
Good question. I mean, everybody got expectations to where they want to be, honestly. Where it's taking me realistically is to...
When asked why he still makes music, Check doesn't hesitate. Passion. He's not chasing viral hits. He's not even chasing money. He's chasing the emotional gravity of music itself. So he compares music to a brother, something that's always been there for him, especially when no one else was. This connection isn't casual, it's fundamental. From a neuroscience perspective, music activates the same brain regions as memory, empathy, and reward. For someone like Check, it became a surrogate support system, something that held him in place when everything else was shifting in life. It's not metaphorical, it's real. Music regulated his emotions, it gave him identity, and in many ways saved his life.
To where I'm comfortable, in life. If it's like whatever type of money it is or whatever notoriety, where I'm comfortable, where I know I'm satisfied with what I did, period. Whatever recognition comes, I'm gonna appreciate that and love that. Whatever hate comes, you know what I mean? I know it comes with the game, but just to be honestly just comfortable with like just finances and everything though. I wanna be known as one of the best rappers too, for sure. One of the best rappers to ever do it in my generation. That's where it's gonna take me.
So, say 1 year from now, somebody approaches you, says, hey man, I saw you on Instagram, YouTube, XYZ, I like your music. Would you want to come and be a producer at my studio? Pay you 35 bucks an hour, full time. Would you rather that happen, or you start blowing up on social media and then people are recognizing you and stuff?
Second option.
But there's no money.
Second option for sure. It's not about the money for me, honestly. And like, you mean like as a producer, as just like making beats, or just like something off-brand?
More so as in like,
or a songwriter or something.
When you said that you weren't sure like where exactly it'd take you, just like to where you're comfortable. I was trying to see if comfortable for you was a stable income where you can do it full time.
I know what you mean.
Or if it was like you want fame and history and art of it.
Yes, sir. I want that, and it don't even have to come with the money for sure. I'd rather be monumental or impactful than just getting a consistent income, honestly, when it comes to my music, for sure.
Do you want to change the world?
Yeah, I want to change the world in a way, you know what I mean? Because for sure I want to motivate certain, how do I really explain this for real? Like, of course I do want to change the world for the better, for sure. You know what I mean? There's a lot of negative things out here or whatever, a lot of things that distract people out here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep people in track. You feel me? For sure I want to change the world, but I'm still learning how. I could say that. I could probably still figure out how I want to change the world, honestly. But do I want to change the world? For sure.
Music wasn't the only outlet. Basketball also served as a release, another form of structure in a life that lacked it. So Check connects the sports metaphors to his own experiences: consistency, failure, recovery. He compares missed shots to missed opportunities, but emphasizes that persistence is the point. For viewers, it's a useful metaphor. In both basketball and life, failure is built into the process. What matters is whether or not you take the next shot. And for Check, specifically, that next shot is almost always music.
But sorry,
You good?
I'm gonna restart this.
Yeah.
It's about to end. Okay, we can pause it all, and then I'm just gonna re-ask that question.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Damn, I'm sorry y'all do not have double A's, bro. Double A's is like a foreign thing now. I got hella triple A's.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I try to avoid getting stuff that needs batteries.
Yeah, I try to too. Damn near a lot of shit don't, except remotes and
It's
shit.
like, yeah, I like not having to worry about switching it. You know, if I can just keep it plugged in.
I was about to
charge
say, I'm
itself.
surprised this is not like a chargeable. Like you can't.
Yeah, no, it's not. That one is.
Yeah.
This one isn't. Fuck. You know what? It might be, but I don't know.
Probably gotta find a piece or something.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, because the only charger with it is the one that's for that.
Batteries is outdated.
They are. They are.
They low key is. That's a crazy where we is in life.
Yeah, I bought an Xbox before leaving Hawaii, like right before, you know. Just 'cause I want to play something with my fiance.
Like which one? The new one? Like the
It
Xbox?
was a Series S.
Fire. Cause I kind of want to play. I don't got shit yet, but let me get something too.
Yeah, it was good. Friend sold it for pretty cheap. He just didn't want it anymore. I think he like switched a PlayStation or got a computer. It was one of those.
PC. Hella people love PCs.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I have. I had to, years ago, I had to build like a computer that would be strong enough for like After Effects, and I had some people who knew how to help me, and I mean that is still like I like playing games on that.
What you be playing?
I play. I just had this conversation actually with in the last interview. I mostly play like offline single player games.
Like what?
Like Skyrim.
I heard about it.
I'm
probably ass at them type of games though.
Well, I like the ones that aren't too crazy. You know, ones that I can kind of relax. It needs to be a game that I can pause and go back to, because really the only time I play is when I'm editing the interviews, and I have it playing in the background, the noise, and then I need a game that I can like keep the volume low
And play.
or off, and then be able to pause it if I need to edit the thing. So I like it because it's like relaxing, you know.
Type shit. I'm like a 2K head. I just play basketball, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
Sports or anything like that.
Yeah. I never really got into sports or like Call of Duty.
I haven't either. I'm ass. I'm ass, bro.
Yeah. Like when I was young, like a little bit of each, you know. Random sports game or like MW3, but yeah.
Yeah.
That is funny. All right, we get into this. What would you say is the reason and the motivation that first pops up into your head of why you make music?
Love. Passion, honestly. That's the first thing that popped up. Love. I love this shit. I love music, bro. It's not a day I can't go out with music, bro. I love just music. Just any type of music, honestly. It don't even gotta be rap. At work, I literally play like just random what was I playing for, like Fergalicious, Fergie or some, Isley Brothers. Love throwbacks. Any music, bro.
Who are your favorite artists?
Of all time or right now?
That's a good one. Both.
Okay. All time artist or rap? You said artist, right?
Yeah, artist. Anybody.
Michael Jackson, number one. All time, Michael Jackson. Lil Wayne. I'm gonna say Drake, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Drake. People hating on Drake, but I'm gonna say Drake.
I like his music too. I really don't actually keep up with new music much. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of, especially older songs.
Right,
Drake's.
you feel me? Yeah, I love older Drake. You don't even gotta be new Drake, but I love older
I
Drake.
think Pop Style is probably one of my favorite
Okay.
songs still.
Okay. Drake, who I say? Wayne, Drake, Michael Jackson, Lil Yachty, because he's super versatile.
Really?
And he's in my generation. People would hate on that. Tough. I seen him. He was in my generation. We damn near the same age. It's just, Yachty is a big motivation for me. He gotta be for. And Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Artists. And I say that because it's just what I revolved to as I grew up, and just like different sounds and feelings from each artist. You know what I mean? Not all five of them give me something different. Literally, and it described me. Right now, I will have to say Gunna. Damn, people probably don't even like Gunna either, but I don't even matter. I love his music. I don't even listen to a lot of people right now, bro, honestly. My favorite five, I gotta be up there. Yachty gotta be up there. J. Cole probably gotta be up there for sure. I'm fucking with Lucky too. I'm fucking with Lucky right now. You hip to Lucky? You ever heard of him?
I think I've actually been told about him in a previous interview, but I haven't listened.
He cool. He a cool vibe. That's probably like my five right now.
Yeah.
For sure. Future probably gotta be an honorable mention.
So, explain what the love of it, like what you said, why you do it. Explain what that even means. You know, there's lots of people out there who I think aren't gonna like get that. You know.
The love of it, what I explain for is like, it's literally I can't go without it, bro. It's literally I can't go without it.
As the interview winds down, Czech offers a simple message. Keep going, keep fighting, you've got another day to run. It's not flashy, but it's earned. So his journey isn't finished and his story isn't resolved. But that's what makes it powerful. Because this isn't about becoming famous, it's about becoming full in himself, about turning pain into something someone else can hold, appreciate, and empathize with. And in that process, Only One Check becomes more than a name. It becomes proof that documenting the struggle in life matters, that sharing a story, even when it's messy, can turn survival into legacy.
Yeah. How much of your kind of like love for it, for the art, is just related to music? Like, do you see yourself pursuing like other forms of art, and like what do you think that look like?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It could be different shit. I admire hella different art, for sure. Like, even if it comes to just art in general, that sound corny as hell, but even the fact that I love different versions of music and just visuals could be artistic too. Cause like even we was talking about it, like I love your visuals and how you shoot, because even like the way you catch the background, you know what I mean? To me, that's like art to me. Like people's from different places, you know what I mean? And like everybody could be an individual, but just seeing where people come from and just little shit like that in the background, you know what I mean? I relate to that shit. I just love that shit, honestly, for me personally. Art could be in different forms too. Probably not thinking about different forms of art, but yeah, I love art though.
If you made it this far, I really appreciate you getting all the way through this. It means more than you could know. On screen right now is a YouTube video that YouTube thinks you might like. So check out the rest of the channel, check out that video, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Thanks.